Hey, hello and welcome back students. So in this video we are going to see MEG-14 block number 4 and the last unit number 5. Gopinath Mohanty Tadpa. It is translated by Sitakant Mahapatra. So without any further wait, let's start this video with the introduction of this video. In this session we are diving into the short story Tadpa written by Gopinath Mohanty, one of Odisha's greatest literary figures and translated into English by author, legendary poet and scholar Sitakant Mahapatra. This powerful story gives us a glimpse into the marginalized world of tribal communities, showing how deeply they are affected by poverty, injustice, and the indifference of the modern world. Let's break this story down in a simple, relatable, and comprehensive manner. Now we are going to read about the writer Gopinath Mohanty. He is born in 1914. Gopinath Mohanty was a pioneer of modern Odia literature. He served as an IAS officer and worked closely with tribal communities in Odisha. His story often reflects tribal life, poetry, and social injustice, written with great sensitivity and realism. He received many awards including the Jnanpith Award, Padma Bhushan, and Sahitya Akademi Award. His writing merged literary richness and deep humanitarian concern. Now let's talk about translator Sitakant Mahapatra. He is a respected poet and civil servant. He is known for his insightful translations and contribution to both Odia and Indian literature. He have contributed to both Odia and Indian literature. His translation of Tadpa retains the emotional intensity of the original Odia text. Now quickly summarize that Tadpa means torment or suffering in English. This short story focuses on a tribal boy who is trapped cycle of suffering, both emotionally and socially. Now quickly read about the main plot of this story. The story opens with a tribal boy carrying his sick father on his back in search of medical help. He travels long distance and faces humiliation, rejection, and absolute helplessness. Hospitals, doctors, and people in power either ignore or turn him away. Despite his best effort, his father dies, leaving him alone and shattered. The boy's inner struggle and the physical pain of carrying his father and the emotional torment after his death form the core of his heartbreaking narrative. Now let's discuss the theme of Tadpa. Number 1. Suffering and helplessness. The title itself reflects the pain of a son who cannot save his father. His physical and emotional pain become a symbol of ignored rural area. Number 2. Neglect of tribal communities. Tribal people are pushed to be margins, no access to basic healthcare, transport, or rights. The story shows systematic oppression and indifference. In the number 3rd theme, human dignity and cruel society. Even in misery, the boy tries to protect his father's dignity, but society responds with mockery, rules, and red tape. Number 4. Loneliness and ordeal of the individual. He is left alone with no family, no support, and no direction. A haunting image of a young boy lost in an uncaring world. Now let's discuss the symbolism and literary devices. The father's body, symbol of burden of poverty. The journey is equal to a metaphor for a tribal person's struggle in a modern India. Silence of others is equal to represents the apathy of society and authorities. In the narrative tone, simple yet powerful, it evokes sympathy and states of consequence of readers. Now let's discuss the language and style. Mohanty's writing is minimalistic, emotionally direct, and visually strong. The translation by Mahapatra maintains the emotional rawness of the original. Despite being a tragic story, it has universal resonance. Now, quickly read about the character study. The boy represents millions of voiceless people in India. His struggle is not just personal, it's social, political, and emotional. Despite being poor and uneducated, he shows human strength, dignity, and love. The father symbolizes the older generation that continues to suffer silently. His illness becomes a trigger for action, but also shows how easily lives are lost due to negligence. In the critical appreciations, Tadpa is not just a story, it's a cry for justice. Critics praise it for its realism, emotional impact, and social relevance. It is a silent protest against poverty, casteism, and institutional cruelty. Gopinath Mohanty brings attention to how development ignores the most vulnerable. Now let's discuss why the story matters today. Even after decades, many tribal and rural communities still lack access to health, education, and basic rights. Tadpa forces us to reflect Are we really progressing as a nation or just ignoring the ones who need us most? This story remains urgent, powerful and deeply moving in today's context. In the conclusion of this video, so dear student, Tadpa is a Gopinath Mohanty is a story that captures human sorrow at its rawest and most real. Thought the story of a tribal boy, we see the unseen India, the one that suffers silently behind our celebrations of progress. A must read not only for its literary merit but also for its social message. Let's not forget the Tadpa that still exists in many corners of our country. So that's it from the MEG-14 block number 4 unit number 5 by Gopinath Mohanty. If you need a proper well structured detailed explanation about the story or about the characters, about the anything, so you can comment it down below and I'll create that video for you. Bye bye.